In this video, I will share a little secret that will surprise you, allowing you to discover if that woman is interested in you. If you want to identify if a woman felt attraction for you, if she showed interest, it is necessary to have the delicacy to pick up on some subtle signs, not always explicit. This is because it is extremely rare for women to express explicit signs of interest. The most expected signal by most men is the classic seductive gaze, hair twirling, and smiling. However, this is an extraordinarily rare signal, adopted by few women, usually those more confident and secure. Even rarer is a woman directly approaching a man or revealing clearly that she is interested. Although this happens in some situations, it is a rather uncommon occurrence. Logically, this happens for historical and social reasons. Women have always been the passive part that received male advances, while men assumed the role of hunters. Although this configuration is gradually changing, women are still getting used to expressing their desires more directly. If you are currently in your 20s, 30s, 40s, or 60s, you are still living in a time when this change does not occur on a large scale. I will reveal what goes on in women's minds and share what thoughts permeate their heads. Basically, they think, if I show interest, he may think I'm easy. If I make it clear that I'm interested, he may consider me just anyone. There is this interesting dynamic where they feel the need to show themselves a little unavailable so that the man perceives their value, but they cannot be too difficult, or he will think they are not interested. There is a subtle game where they are constantly balancing showing interest without appearing too unavailable. This dynamic creates a fascinating dance of conquest, but at the same time, it can be confusing for men as they try to decipher often subtle and not so explicit signals. Understanding this dynamic is crucial as it originates from a social background undergoing changes, although it persists at some levels. As women continue to express their desires more clearly, men need to understand and interpret these more subtle signals as best as possible. It is interesting to observe this dynamic between men and women. Often, women hesitate to show signs of interest more explicitly, fearing how men will interpret such gestures. A situation that exemplifies this is when I was talking to a friend, encouraging her to give validation signals so that men feel encouraged to approach. However, she argued that if she did that, the man might misinterpret and become conceited. This complexity in the interaction between men and women highlights the difficulty of uniting these distinct perspectives. Female signals tend to be more subtle than male ones because many women withdraw from showing these signs, concerned about men's possible interpretations. This reluctance to be more explicit can create an additional challenge for men, making it difficult to understand women's intentions. However, the video seeks to provide a solution to this dilemma by revealing a secret of nonverbal language. The silent communication of the female body can be a valuable source of information about their feelings and desires. Instead of relying solely on words, learning to detect the subtle signals of the body can be an effective way to understand what a woman wants without her having to express it verbally. Pay attention when you are at a bar and interested in a woman. If you start to observe her, and she looks away, know that looking away is a common attitude for both interested and uninterested women. Therefore, I recommend not waiting for a validating look before approaching a woman, as often, it may not happen, and you will miss valuable opportunities. When observing the woman and noticing that she looks away, it is crucial to perceive how she does it, as her nonverbal language can communicate something about her interest. If she looks away quickly to the side, it indicates a lack of interest. It's a quick turn of the gaze to the side, an expression of disinterest, as if she didn't want to attach or connect with the situation. Therefore, when interpreting nonverbal signals, pay close attention to how she looks away, as this can provide valuable insights into her level of interest. If she looks down, that's also significant. If she looked at you and then looked down, most of the time, this movement indicates a shift in tension and an increase in adrenaline in the body, often accompanied by shame. When a woman looks down, it's a sign that she may have become interested in you. This gesture is often associated with shyness, shame, and tension, indicating an emotional reaction. It is important to note that, although looking down is a stronger indication of interest than the evasive gaze, it is not an absolute guarantee that she is very interested. She may have felt embarrassed about being watched and not know how to act in that situation. However, this gesture is still a more positive indication compared to the evasive gaze. So, pay attention to these signals during your interactions as they can provide valuable clues about her interest. Here are a few bonus tips. Another interesting tip is to pay attention to physical proximity. Interested women tend to get closer to the object of their interest, whether subtly or unconsciously. If you notice that she is constantly finding excuses to stay close to you, casually touching, or even leaning towards you during the conversation, these are signs of possible attraction. These additional tips on nonverbal language can provide valuable insights into the feelings and intentions of a woman during an interaction. Always remember to consider the context of the situation, as some behaviors may be influenced by the environment you are in. Stay attentive to these signals and use them as a complement to better understand her feelings. And a second extra sign of an interested woman is that she communicates this in silent language through adjustments in appearance. So, adjusting the gloss on her lips, messing with her hair, adjusting her dress, these detailed adjustments in appearance are not limited to just messing with the hair, that classic gesture. Some women may not even do that, but overall adjustments in appearance also indicate an involuntary attitude of a woman who wants to appear more presentable, more beautiful to you. Now tell me, were you already familiar with these signals? Let me know in the comments if you were already familiar with them, if you have received these signals from women. And if you liked this video, if it added value to you, leave your like here. A big hug and see you soon.